Hello and welcome to Michael Plays the Classics. I am the aforementioned Michael, and this is my first test stream from my actual local library. The internet speed here, even on Wi-Fi, is ridiculously fast, especially compared to what I have at home. So this is just to kind of see if it would even be feasible for this to become like my regular streaming place. Once my kids start back in school, middle of August, I'm trying to think of maybe I might do something where I take them to school and then come here and stream for an hour, or maybe I come here, stream for an hour just before I pick them up. I'm still trying to figure out what the best strategy will be, but I wanted to make sure this is something that would even work. At least right now, it appears that the stream is doing well. So I will let you at home tell me if that's true or not. I know Tad's with us right now. Tad, welcome. Thanks for hanging out. What I don't know is how well it sounds because I'm using a different microphone. I have a Blue Yeti, as you can just see. I didn't have a lot of time to do a whole lot of setup beforehand to test it, so please let me know, Tad, if you're listening now, if anyone else jumps in, or later on the YouTube version, if it sounds okay. I know the background's a little bit wonky because I don't have a green screen behind me. I don't know if there's a really feasible way for me to bring my green screen here because this is a wall right behind me. I don't think they'd appreciate if I stapled my green screen there and I would have to pack it down and up. So that's probably not going to happen. But maybe there might be a feasible way for me to make like a portable green screen for the future. But for now, that's probably about as good as it's going to get. But we'll see. But yeah, we're going to jump into the Shining... Oh, other thing is I did forget. I packed everything up. Hey, Sumke, thanks for jumping in. Appreciate having you here with me today. I did forget to bring the power cord for my laptop. I brought all this other stuff. I brought my little ring light. I brought my Blue Yeti microphone. Brought some water. Forgot to pack my power cord for my laptop. And I went from 100%. I'm down to 83 in the last 10 minutes. So it might last an hour. We'll see. Crit Thulu, thanks for jumping in. Man, I appreciate you having to hang out today. So this will be the second official session of Shining Force 2. And it has been so long since I played, I don't really remember what was going on. I think because I only played the first time, I think we got thrown in jail and we escaped. But I don't really know. So please bear with me as I just walk around and talk to people and try to figure out what the heck's going on in the game. But with that, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I think if I remember correctly, this little rat dude turned out he was actually the one who stole something that was sort of the impetus for the demons, gizmos, or whatever coming into our world. I think this might have been... Yeah, I think this was the tunnel that we dug out to get out of the jail cell that we were thrown into. I think Mr. Lemon turns out kind of a prick and a real sourpuss, as some key probably would say. Okay, here we go. Listen, everybody, we're going to Gransel. That seems a little bit aggressive. That dude just looks like a jerk. Well, actually, okay. So, he's not all gung-ho about invading people over possible misunderstanding, which is, I guess, a bonus in his favor. But at the same time, still doing it. Whew. All right, so the king, all on board. Let's just kill a bunch of people over a possible misunderstanding. All right. So for those of you who are watching, once again, thank you. Really appreciate it. Do let me know if there's ever anything with the stream that I would need to know about, audio-wise, video, that kind of thing. Supposedly... All right. I'm going to be streaming Shadow Spawns, our 13th Age game, tonight at 8 o'clock. The last few times we've tried to do this, the internet has not worked. Unfortunately, I can't do that from here, so I will have to be at my house. We have found out that if we let Brad host the stream, that it usually works well enough. That we manage. So right now the plan is to play tonight, 8 o'clock. So if you're interested in watching an actual play of 13th Age, that's the plan for tonight. All right. Yeah, I have completely forgotten this game. My apologies. I mean, I know the basics of how it works because it's the same as before, but I don't really know my characters that well. If I remember correctly, Jaha here was like my super tank, like kind of a BA, as it were. Not the end of the world. I really like it. It is a ton of fun. Like, I love D&D, of course, and it's got all kind of the same things that you would want from a D&D game, with a few extra sort of story game elements included, which are absolutely my jam. So, big fan of 13th Age. Our version might be a little even more story gamey. I'm not the best at building encounters and handling the crunchy stuff of it, but it's still a fun time. At least I think so. So, kind of the story so far. Our three characters, who are definitely characters, as it were, they have some kind of weird connection to Shadow. Not necessarily the Prince of Shadow, but like the planar realm of Shadow and all that might entail. And it's kind of hard to sum up. There's like phase spiders, and the last thing that happened was they think attacked by a necro-enhanced cybernetic werewolf. So that sounds like fun. Then maybe check out the game tonight. I think the first session might be up on the YouTube page, but I haven't been posting the more recent ones. I'm actually going to wait until we get to kind of like a act break, and then try to work on them. Same thing, there's no audio only version. I did release one episode to the patrons just so they could listen to it and get some feedback. But eventually this will turn into an actual audio podcast as well, if that's more your style. All right, I was a little worried about putting my main guy a little bit out there by himself, but it worked out, so take that as a win. Oh, nice, Sarah. Good job. Way to dodge, baby. Now she will attack back. So I'm already down to 70%. So definitely this will be a shorter. Oh, he's actually wounded. I'm going to leave him over here. Maybe attack from here. Yep, he's got ranged. So I'll be lucky to get a half-hour stream in. But it seems like it's working. Again, you tell me if anything changes, but the lights are green. They trap as clean, as they might say in one of my favorite movies. But that for here, that means... Oh, that just got loud. Can you hear that? Sounds like... I think someone just flushed the toilet next door. I think that's what that was. So I was worried that it was like an air conditioning unit kicking on, which means that sound would have been going the whole time. But seems like it has passed. So, well, it's not great to have a flushing sound during a stream. I'd rather have it as a one-time thing than as a continual thing. And I think there's a way to do some stuff even in OBS to like put some filters on the microphone to make it sound a little cleaner. I might work on that as well. before next time. But I'm still happy to see that this is looks like it's going to work. The big question, the next big question is, when am I going to start doing this? The boys go back to school August 19th. So it could be a couple weeks before I get back into sort of a regular rotation of stuff. But I'm going to try to make this a little bit more regular. And if my internet at home is working, then I can just use it. It's so unreliable that the speed fluctuates so drastically from my, amazing 5 upload to 0.1 upload, which is bad. I really hate my internet company, if you didn't realize it. So, but they're the only option I have right now. So kind of can hear my laptop fan going a little higher than usual too. At home I have it raised up and there's a little bit more air circulation here. It's right on a table, so that might be something else I can look at. Boom. All right, that's not great. That's not great. Quick reminder, if anyone is watching maybe in the future that doesn't already know, we are having a follower giveaway. Once we get to 600 followers, we're going to give away a alternate cover copy of the Van Ricken's Guide to Ravenloft, the newest, as of right now, Wizards of the Coast source book. I think last I saw we were at 441, so we're like 139 away. So if you want to be interested, be in the running for that, all you gotta do is follow the channel, and if you subscribe, you get double entries. So, yeah, just saying. See, I thought about attacking the archer there so they wouldn't get another shot off, but I felt like it was the risk versus reward, and I took it, and I think maybe it was backwards. Probably should have. Because the other thing is that then Jaha would have been able to actually attack that soldier, and he's like my toughest character as far as damage being dealt out. So not only did the archer get another attack, but then I wasn't able to give my strongest warrior a crack at their toughest person. So strategically, I don't think that's going to sink this battle. I think I'll still be okay. But it was a tactical error, I believe. Let's stay over here. See if I can take this guy out without exposing myself to the rest of the bad guys, in case I need a moment to heal everyone back up. Oh, they're coming in. All right, so nice. There we go. That's what I needed. Critical hit. Great time. And the critical hit only did 7, which was exactly what I needed. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was the main bad guy. Yeah. Definitely in that vein, Cthulhu. This is Shining Force 2 from the original, or no, from the Sega Genesis. Came out in 1993, I think. Thank you. Oh, the fuse to my neck? What the heck? Yeah, that rhymed. Aw, Slade the Thief. Join the force. Nice. So, if you recall from last time, or this from a previous playthrough of this game, the sort of the opening situation was these gizmos, as I think they were called, came through. They're like demons from another place, and they can possess people. So pretty clear that our king is now possessed by one of these things, and it's kind of Slade's fault apparently. He stole a jewel. So Ted, I don't know if you're talking about in the game or here, but there's 3 people currently watching, some Key Cthulhu and yourself. Welcome to the Field. So I'm going to save the game because I'm already down to 57%. It's going fast, and I don't want to get off in the battle and then it die and not save anything that I've done today. Yes. Cure. Okay, well, it's not a curse. So, Tad, are you playing in the midweek magic stuff that they do on Magic the Gathering Arena? I built a singleton deck today. That's the current midweek magic event thing they're doing. I basically just took a deck that I already have that's doesn't have a whole lot of duplicates, and then it didn't take me long to turn it into a singleton. And then the first battle I got into, I won easily. I was like, oh, this is great. And then I got wrecked like 4 times in a row. So I don't know if I'm going to get my second win or not. That was funny. Yeah, we do. It almost worked. All right, so I'm going to jump over to OBS just for a second. So yeah, so I was wondering about that. So our there we go. So the chat is now lined back up. So if anybody is chatting, it'll show up on the stream as well. Oh, that was not good. Well, hey, Gagar. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can switch the badge over. That's not a problem at all. So this is some super secret information that you're getting here. Breaking news. We are going to end up doing an online component. I'm still working out some of the details, but over the same weekend, there will be an online way for people to play games. I don't know how many people are going to participate. I don't know how many offerings there will be, but we are going to put together some stuff to do online as well. So if you are interested in doing that, there will be some version of a Cataconline as well. Yes, it's a Cataconline 2021 Fellowship of the Con, or Fellowship of the Conline. I'm not sure about the title yet. We're working on it. So there'll be a small fee for those badges, which if you already have a badge, I can give you one there in compensation. But it's going to be like, I think it's going to be $2 if you run games and $5 if you just play games. So it's going to be super cheap. And it's mostly just going to, again, help offset our Catacon cost because the DCC keeps changing the prices on me. And I'm a little worried this year. And that's not why we're doing it. We're doing it because enough people asked that we do it. But that was sort of the deciding factor. Is like, well, if we get 20 or 30 people, maybe $100, that's $100 that I don't have to pay out of my pocket. So yeah, there'll be an official announcement probably sometime this week or early next week, and as we get everything finalized, and I got to create another a tabletop event site. So it'll be a separate event just to make it a little easier for me to keep everything in line that you'll have to get a badge for. But just like currently, I can give badges if I need to. So yeah. So hopefully several people will be interested. I mean, obviously, I want people to show up. That's kind of the thing. But I do get that the world is a scary place right now. Whether you're high risk or not, the Delta variant is no joke. I am vaccinated, but at the same time, my kids, Slade, I'm so sorry, are not. So I still got to worry about them getting it, and for me. So that's a good question. The issue would be, how do you get them? So I would have to mail them to a Catacon or mail them to you if you're just doing the online stuff. So I think the initial answer would be yes, but there'll have to be some extra cost associated. I mean, it's not going to be expensive to mail them. They're pretty cheap, but I guess a couple bucks. So I'll just have to put in something in there to cover that cost. But I don't see why not. And Ted, you can always donate to a Catacon, my friend. If you want to give me money, I will gladly accept it. You can actually send me wads of cash through the mail, but that's probably not a great system for either of us. So the easiest way to do it is I have a PayPal account set up. It's just paypal.me, so paypal.me/the RPG Academy. And you can donate whatever you would like that way. And I think there's a way to, you can put a notice like what it's for. So whether it's specifically for a Catacon, or if you want to even more narrow it down, like it's specifically for this at a Catacon or specifically for that at a Catacon, I will obviously do everything in my power to accommodate your wishes. So if you want to donate a game to our game library and you want me to buy a game and here's $50 and this is how much it costs to buy the game, maybe I need to stop talking so much because apparently I'm not paying enough attention. I'm getting rocked this battle. But yeah, absolutely, you can take care of it. Wads of cash, notwithstanding. So I did do that once. Again, I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I grew up reading comic books as a kid. And you may remember that back in the day, in the back of comic books, there would often be these advertisements for things like X-ray vision goggles, or I think a blow-up Frankenstein, like 8-foot tall blow-up Frankenstein things. There were what were they called? Like the little aquarium, like seahorses things, which were basically like shrimp or something. I can't remember. You supposedly put them in water and they become like little alive things. I'm sure it was nothing. But once me and my cousins, the part of the story is once me and my cousins gathered up about $20 in change and actually put that into an envelope and tried to mail it off to order a bunch of stuff. I'm guessing either the postman just kept it or they probably left it in there, and then like the next day my cousin's parents, when they got the mail, found our giant bag of change and then kept it because we never got our stuff. So however that happened, trying to send not even dollars, it wasn't like a $20 bill, it was literally like nickels, quarters, dimes, and pennies, $20 in an envelope, which probably didn't even have a stamp on it, I'm guessing. Sea monkeys, that's what it was. Again, I don't know what those really were. I think they were just like I don't even know. At some point, someone told me what those things were when you ordered sea monkeys through the catalog, but I don't remember now what it was. But yep, we tried to order a giant Frankenstein, X-ray vision, and we did like 3 things in one, and we never got any of them, and I never saw that money again. So, word to the wise. Put a stamp on it at least. I guess that's the word to the wise is if you're going to send money through the post, at least put a stamp on it. It's a terrible idea, but do what you can to make it feasible. All right, so I'm kind of really worried about that Pope-looking dude. Oh no. Sorry to hear that, Geiger. I certainly hope they do okay. You know, the percentages of people who have severe symptoms is low, but it's not 0. And if you got it, not good. So absolutely, I'm not the type of person that prays, but I am the type of person that tries to send positive vibes out into the world. So I will absolutely send positive vibes your way. So I still might come out of this battle here okay, but there's gonna be some luck, you know. So kind of looks like not the Pope, but the monk from the Robin Hood movies. What are those people called specifically? So it's like Robin Hood and his merry men. Friar. That's what. Well, no, he's dressed a little too nicely for a friar, I guess. I don't know. Again, I'm not a necessarily religious person, so I don't understand all the pageantry that goes around. I'm guessing it's a healer. That's a dark cleric. Okay. Ooh. Looked a little nicer beforehand. That didn't... Yeah. Kind of getting some weird vibes there. Friar... Yeah, I think Friar Tuck is what I was trying to think of. So, terribly. And now we got our magic user in here. So, yeah, this could turn on me. Okay. If you're just going to attack with a stick, I think we're okay. Does that thing have 3 eyes? Yeah, I've known a couple people who have gotten it so far, but no one that I've known personally have had severe complications with it. At least not that I know of. But Chris from the Redemption podcast got it. A few people I know that I know, but no one which my circle is pretty small at this point. To be honest with you, I don't really socialize a whole lot. And we're down to 35%. So the question may not be, do I survive this battle? The question may be, does my laptop survive this battle? So if we can get through this, we're definitely going to save immediately and close everything so that hopefully it doesn't lose everything. Yeah, but kind of missed that earlier. The dark person, the wizard, had 3 eyes, which, you know, I guess. Oh man, I thought she survived that. I was like, haha, she got 1 left, and then double attack. Son of a gun! All right, well, it's 3 on 2, and the cleric's about to heal himself again. Good news is that takes all of their magic points, so they can't really heal anymore. And generally speaking, clerics are not that tough, at least in this game. Melee fighters. Oh, nice job, Yaha. So if I can take out the soldier and the cleric can't heal him, I should be okay. There we go. All right. I don't know if the soldier or if this cleric was the leader. Looks like it's the cleric. So still got to take them out. Oh, nice. So Gygar is saying that some of the first Final Fantasy games are on Steam as a bundle. I one of the first one of these streams I did was the original Final Fantasy, which is still one of my all-time favorite games. I've played through it so many times, it's kind of ridiculous. It was a ton of fun. So if anybody wants to go back and watch that, or if there's any parts in particular you'd want to see. But the thing is, I kind of only like the first one. Like I don't actually like at all the later ones. I kind of actively dislike them. Uh-oh. Not good. Dead soldiers. Okay. Right now I need to find a priest. Because I need to save. I'm already down to in the 20% here. The heck? Yes, I'll name him. Oh my gosh, what should we name this little turtle dude? Oh man. Well, I think in honor of our sea monkeys, we'll name him Triops. Because he also has 3 little spikes on his head. We'll do Triclop. We don't have enough for the O in the end. Bert would have been a good one too. Alright, so now we have a little Triclop the Tort has joined the force. Oh, I guess he's a turtle. Should name him like Michelangelo or something. Alright, we're still looking for a priest so that we can save our progress before this ends. So that's a good question. What's everyone's favorite turtle? Michael, of the 4 Ninja Turtles, not just in general, because that really old turtle at the zoo is kind of a cool guy. But of the 4, favorite: Michelangelo, Donatello, Leonardo, Raphael. We'll go a little bit longer, see if I can figure out now what's going on. So I'll go back and talk to all these people. So at least if the game dies on me, I've got that out of the way. There. So for me, it's a hard choice. I mean, Michelangelo, can't hardly go wrong with that. He's the fun-loving party dude, comic relief. Everybody loves him. Plus, nunchucks, classic weapon. Gotta love them. Raphael, I do love a good sai. I love playing with those. As an amateur martial artist as a kid, I played with all those. But I have to say that Donatello is actually the one that I always sort of connected with as a kid. When I was in martial arts classes, I still own a couple bow staffs, and I practice with them on occasion. And he's also kind of the smart one, and as a geek and nerd as a kid, and was into computers. And again, this was when I was a kid. That's the one I connected to the most. So I think Donatello is probably my favorite. But it's like really close together. There's not a lot of space between them. There's a newer version of the cartoon that my kids watch on Netflix, and it's actually pretty good. It gets like really wild. Like there's like space adventures and dimensional traveling and stuff like that, which I did not remember that much from when I was a kid. But the theme song is still stuck in my head. Oh crap. There's something like in yellow, Raphael's got the most attitude on the team. Short sword, short knife. I don't think I need anything. Right, so Donatello, a lot of love for Donatello in the room. I like that. Glad I'm not alone. But once again, whatever your favorite is, that's great too. Oh, if anybody's interested in Smallville, the Farm to Fable podcast, we released our first episode back from our short hiatus. So season 3, episode 1, Exile, is in those podcast feeds now. That was sort of my early pandemic project. I just started binge watching Smallville, and I was like really into it again. I hadn't watched this show in years. Really liked it, and then I'm like, I'm a podcaster. I got some free time on my hands, so I started a Smallville podcast called Farm to Fable. Every week we rewatch an episode. We talk about it as if it was like real. Like it, obviously there's some silly stuff in it. We joke about that too. But like if this situation was real, how would that? Like, why are people doing what they do? Does it make sense or not? But again, there's a whole lot of silly stuff in it too. Some like we keep track with how many times people go unconscious. It's a lot. How many times people go to the hospital? It's a lot. How many times cars get blown up? It's a lot. Does Lex talk over his shoulder weirdly? Happens a lot. So if you like Smallville, you like podcasts, please check out Farm to Fable. All right, please stop. Don't make me use my sword anymore. That is dark. All right. All right, I'm at 17%, so if this cutscene goes on much longer, it's going to die here. My worry is I'm going to get into a battle, which I can't always use egress spell to jump out of it, which is probably what I'll have to do here. What? That's a terrible idea, old man. Oh, he wasn't talking about us kids. Okay, I thought he was talking about... Well, maybe he was talking about us kids. I don't know. I'll have to check that out then. I'm obviously not far from Lexington. I could definitely swing by there. I have heard, that obviously, if you pay like your $50, you get your picture with them or whatever, you can get them to like say something like, this is Lex and you're listening to Farm to Fable. That might be something fun to do. You can't throw a rock without hitting a dead soldier around here. That reminds me of Marble Madness. I just had some wild flashbacks to that. All right, we're at 16%, people. We need to hurry up and get to something so I can save. 14%. Wow, that is scary. That is very scary looking. All right, I'm going to go through this really quickly because I need to get to the battle so that I can jump out of the battle and then save my progress. Oh no! All right, here we go. So yeah, I'm at 12%. So once my main character goes, I should be able to egress out of this battle, save my progress, and here we go. Magic egress. There we go. All right, yeah, we're down to 12%. It's dropping fast. Well, I will consider this first test very successful, other than the fact that I've somehow neglected to bring my power cord, which is very frustrating. I have all this stuff just behind the monitor you can't see, my light, my microphone, even have brought a stand, all kinds of stuff, and somehow I neglected to bring the power cord, because that's classic Michael there. But again, it seemed to work. The audio seemed to be okay, the video seems to be okay, the stream was fine. I had 0 dropped, whatever it drops on occasion, frames, that's what it is. Yeah, it has 0 drop frames like the entire time. Or no, not 0, sorry, 0.5. So very few compared to what I'm really used to doing. So yeah, hopefully this is something that I can start doing on the regular. Maybe not every day, but certainly back more of a regular routine than what I was doing when my internet at home was crapping out. So I'm going to jump off here. And then again, if you want to be around tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern time, we're going to be playing Shadow Spawns, our 13th Age actual play. And then tomorrow night, again, Internet God's willing, we'll be doing Detention, which is our live talk show format show with a special guest. So hopefully I'll see some of you folks then. If not, see you when I see you. Bye.